Hey guys, it's Holly. I'm recovering from illness and also my hair is looking a little kind of crazy. We are trying out a new air dry cream because my hair has a texture to it, but it's also very frizzy. So what do we think? I think this looks kind of not great. But you know what? I didn't feel like straightening it. So this is what we're going to have today. Today's a very exciting video because I am trying out a brand new company to me called Pressed and Placed. This is going to be an unboxing and a review. Amber is the owner of Pressed and Placed. She seems very lovely, by the way. And she basically sent an email saying, like, we're a new company. We want feedback. We're growing. We want to know what you think. Genuinely, please tell me. So we love to see that. We love a company that is very, open to feedback. I've seen her go live on TikTok and talk about some of the feedback she's already received and what she's doing to rectify it. I know that I think some people were talking about the drill field and the drills and all of that. So she's already been making changes since this kit has gotten to me. So I'm kind of fully expecting that there might be some issues with this kit, but they're probably already resolved. But yeah, we're going to get into this. We're going to be very, very open and honest with our feedback, but I'm very, very excited. I will say this right out the gate. When she messaged me and I went on her website, there's a lot of really cute artwork on her site, but I myself am not a big fan of computer rendering or what I consider looks like computer rendering. I pretty much only exclusively buy hand rendered. Now, you might say that that's a little much. I'm a graphic designer and I just really like clean, crisp artwork. I don't like computer rendered. I think it's blurry. That's just my own personal preference. Diamond painting is about preferences, and that is just my preference. So when Amber reached out to me, I was very honest with her and I said, hey, I actually really prefer hand rendering. Are you going to have more hand rendered kits coming? And she was very honest with me and said thank you for the feedback, and that she's working on getting more hand rendered kits, but it's just really expensive for a brand new company, which completely makes sense because it's a human as opposed to a computer. So at the time that she messaged me, there wasn't really a lot on her site that I really wanted, but I did find this kit, which is called Witchy Bedroom, and it's super cute and it's very pixel, so right up my alley. I'm very excited to see how the rendering is, but let's go ahead and get into it. I also have a discount code for you guys, so if you use the code HOLLY15, you can get 15% off your first order. This is the box, a pretty standard generic box. I will say that this came in the mail in like a thin plastic mailer, which is not my preference. It's fine, but I prefer when diamond paintings come in like a box, like Diamond Art Club, just to protect this box. But honestly, it's not a huge deal because the box came pretty fine. And honestly, even if the box gets damaged, the diamond painting itself probably wouldn't get damaged. So just to mention it. I do know that she is working on getting more hand-rendered things, and I'm very, very excited because she has a lot of great artists on her website. So this kit is a set of 4 minis, which is very exciting. We have 2 bags. I'm assuming there's 2 per bag. Okay, first is the toolkit. This is a pretty standard toolkit, so nothing super special, but very nice that it is included. So you get a standard diamond painting pen, a container of round wax, a 3 multi-placer, and I believe a 5 placer, some tweezers, and these ones aren't too sharp, so that's good. A standard tray and a squishy. So nothing super duper fancy, but just your standard diamond painting kit. Okay, here are the drills. They come in little baggies, which I love when they come in little baggies. This is a square kit, and it does look like we have some specials in here, which is fun. Colors are very purple. This is kind of like a Halloween vibes kit because it's a witch's bedroom, so a lot of purple, oranges, some blues in there. Ooh, there's a really pretty crystal one in here. I love a crystal drill. A pretty purple AB, and then a gray fairy dust that looks very pretty. Okay, so here is the sticker sheet for all 4. So it gives you a picture of all 4 and then all of the colors that go in it. Cute! Ooh, they're named as well. So this one is called Between Dusk and Dreams. The cat who, I'm trying to read backward. The cat who guards the stars. That one's really cute. The Moonlace Canopy. What a cool name. That one's really, really cool. That third one. And then The Night Before the Next Spell. Those are really cool names. Okay, cool. Are these stickers? No. I do wish that these top ones were stickers, but I can cut them out. That's no issue. Looks like, yeah, the stickers look really nice, very visible. I actually really like that the stickers are a little bit bigger and chunkier. I love a big chunky sticker so I can see everything. So these are really nice, clear stickers. Okay, this is the first one. By the way, the size of these is 7.87 inches by 7.87 inches. So a nice small little kit. Look how cute. The little cat on the bed. This one is The Night Before the Spell. Let me roll it. Cute. Symbols look really good and clear. Don't have any issues with that. Let's see the glue. Glue seems very, very strong. This one is the Moonlace Canopy. This one's really pretty. This one reminds me of like Howl's Moving Castle. All the things hanging. I love the moon in the background in the drapey canopy. So cute. I really like this one. Symbols are looking good. These are the other two packs of drills. Now, I'm not sure if there's a method to this madness or if... I'm assuming that all 4 of these drill packs are for all 4 of them. They probably share a lot of colors. I'm just going to kit it up as if it's one project like I would for minis. There's quite a few specials in this. I'm excited. There's some more crystal drills, some more ABs. I'll give the full list here of all the specials in this. So if I'm counting it right, there are 16 specials in this, which is really exciting. I don't know how many colors though. Let me see. I don't actually know how many colors there are because some of these reuse the same color between them. So couldn't tell you how many colors there are. Each one of these generally has around like 35 to 40 per, but some of those colors repeat. So I couldn't tell you how many there are total. This one is The Cat Who Guards the Stars. Very cute. Love the sky in the background and the rug. Very cute. These are cute and perfect for Halloween. Then lastly is Between Dusk and Dreams. Honestly, this one is probably my least favorite just because the other ones have a lot more going on. What is this? Oh, these are books. I feel like this red and white bookshelf or like books on the shelf is like making my eye go straight toward it. There is quite a bit of color blocking in these, so I think they'll go pretty fast. Like the bed is really a lot of color blocking in here, so I kind of like that. I like a good mix of color blocking and confetti. Okay, so that is all 4 of the diamond paintings in this set. I'm going to work on one and then come back and we'll talk about my thoughts. So I just sat down to start this one and I realized that each of these has a number. There's 4 and the number corresponds to the bag of drills, which honestly, that's really, really nice because I feel like with other kits that I've done, they just combine all the colors and you have to dig through them to find them because they reuse it. So I'm assuming that all the colors I need to do this one are in this bag, which if that's true is really, really handy. Okay, we're back. I have completed one of the 4 diamond paintings. This one is the Moonlace Canopy. I have to say that I really, really enjoyed this a lot. I think it came out really cute. I love the little cat. I think the top here is really, really pretty. The moon in the background, all of the details. Overall, I really, really enjoyed this kit, and I would absolutely do another from Pressed and Placed. And I can't wait to do the other ones. It was a very, very pleasant experience. That being said, there were some very minor things that I wanted to comment on. I truly don't remember which things have already been addressed, so I'm just going to talk about this as if I don't know that Pressed and Placed is already addressing some issues that people have brought up. So I'm just going to say everything that I have. I'm going to say my piece and I'm going to share my truth. But overall, I really love the experience. And none of the things I'm going to mention really got in the way of my enjoyment. I still had a lot of fun doing this kit, but I did just notice some things. Starting off with the positives, though, I really truly loved how they labeled the drills. I feel like in a lot of like kits where you get multiple canvases, they just give you one set of drills and then you have to kit them all and then, you know, pick which ones go with which canvas. But I absolutely loved that each one of the canvases is numbered and then you get a separate pack of drills for each one. So I think, I could be mistaken, I didn't double check, but I think that there would be the same colors probably between the four of them, but having it separated out was so nice because I could just say, okay, I'm working on number 3. Let me grab the bag that's called number 3. And I didn't even kit these up, honestly. I just went bag by bag and it was really, really easy. So I didn't even put the stickers on them because I just was like, you know what? I'm just going to go through. It's small enough that I just literally went number 1. Number 1 is that. I did all the number 1. That's how I did it. I didn't even separate this into sections. I just did the whole thing and I went color by color. And honestly, it was great. And I loved it. And it's such a nice small size, but it's also like slightly bigger than a mini. So I just really liked it. Loving how everything was packaged and labeled. Absolutely fantastic. Chef's kiss. I thought the render is really great. Again, this is a pixel artist and I'm a big fan of pixel art. So I really liked the render of this. I mentioned earlier that I'm a big fan of hand rendering. I love a crisp, clean render, and this is the perfect render for me. The drill field was great. I didn't have any issues. I didn't have any popping drills. I don't really have any gapping. I thought that the drill field was absolutely perfect. So if they change the drill field after this kit, I'll have to do another kit, I guess, to see what the drill field is, because I vaguely remember them talking about that. But right now, as it is, I really like the drill field. I had no issues. The glue is a little bit slidey. It's still pretty sticky, but it was a little slidey. I like a slidey glue. I like a glue that's not super strong because I like being able to rearrange diamonds without having a lot of issue. I honestly sometimes wonder if part of the reason why drills pop is because the glue is too strong. Maybe that's a weird theory that I have. Maybe that is completely wrong. Maybe it's just the drill field. But I feel like when the glue is more slidey, it's easier to kind of shove drills into a small little crevice. Whereas if the glue's too strong, I think that's why maybe drills pop sometimes. I don't know. But I didn't have any issues with popping and I didn't have any issues with gapping. So drill field was perfect in my opinion. I will say that the drills were okay. They weren't like the best drills I think I've ever worked with. Some of them were kind of staticky. One of the colors was really stuck to itself and I tried putting it in the freezer because I've seen people say that helps and it didn't really help. So I kind of had to crush them a little bit. But it was only one color that I had that issue with. Most of the other colors were not bad. Some of them had a hard time. They didn't line up in the tray very well. Again, I think this is an issue they've already addressed. So I'm just saying what happened, but I think they've already addressed that issue. But I had issues with the drills not lining up really nicely in the tray. The plastic that was on top of these was really thin, and I don't prefer a thin one because sometimes if you reuse it, I've had it like stick to the glue before, but honestly, this is so small, I didn't have any issues with that. So that was just a minor thing. The biggest quote unquote issue that I had that really wasn't really an issue was that some of the colors, a lot of the colors, they didn't give enough. So I didn't run out of any colors, but there were a few colors that just didn't have a lot left over. I'm a big multi-placer, so I want to multi-place until the very, very end. And some of these colors didn't have enough for me to really multi-place, so I ended up having a single place at the end, which is fine. It's not a big deal. I didn't run out of any colors, and some of the colors you can see had quite a bit left over. So I didn't run out of any, but I just personally like to have more left over so that I can still multi-place toward the end But it wasn't really even an issue. So overall, I think that this was great. I loved Press and Place. Definitely want to get more from them in the future, especially the hand rendered kits. But yeah, thank you so much to Amber for sending this to me to review. Make sure you check them out. I'll put the link to this kit down below in the description. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you later. Bye!